We're gonna make his name. Fuck, what do we want to make his name? Well, you know what?
Could be anything.
All right, let's go an original. You know, Kenki from what's it called? Tokyo Ghoul.
Is that how you spell it?
Kenki.
Oh, yeah, that's how I did it. Okay, cool. Kenki. All right. Is this a male or a female?
Male.
Okay. Yeah. What does Kenki want? Or what's a normal? I don't know. No, yeah. What does Kenki want? What are their goals?
Kenki's desire is to eat people.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So based off the anime, this is how I'm gonna base this off. So basically, he is a character. So he got transformed into a ghoul, and ghouls are they're born like individuals that cannot eat regular food, such as like fucking I don't know, eating a cow or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they
Sure.
can't. So
They're
they
like
only eat food.
vampires. They need something specific.
Yes. So they need human blood, and
Oh, so
basically,
he is a vampire essentially.
yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Go
they
ahead.
can die. They can die. But
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
so the human race wants to eliminate all ghouls because they're fucking with the population and
Well,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically human versus ghouls, and I don't know. I guess the main objective is for this one ghoul named Kenki to
Yeah.
make humans understand that humans and ghouls are much alike, and that there doesn't need to be this constant cycle of war.
Well, okay. That okay. So yeah, um, pe- wants people and ghouls to live happily. I guess right. That's what he's mainly wanting. So like, how
Yeah.
does he achieve that though? Like, does he have to kill people to get their blood, or they could just give their blood in a cup? I think I saw. Isn't that like True Blood or something? Yeah. Anyway, like,
I
could could he do a blood bank and just drink a bunch of blood and he'd be cool and no people died?
It's one of those things where like it's a bloodthirst feeding kind of thing. It's one of those things where like once you get a taste of it, he becomes like this fucking all right. So you probably never
Well,
seen Naruto, right? You know Sasuke, right? You know that fucking feeding hatred, that evilness, that fucking intent to do something bad.
no, I can imagine what you're talking about, and I get what you're about to get at, but I guess what I'm asking is like, if he
He
wants
killed
them to live
it.
happily together, is there a way for him to feed without killing a person?
I mean, I guess he could. Yes,
He could.
yes.
They could just pour their blood in a cup and he could drink it and it'd be
Oh
fine.
no, they can't. They can only go for humans. They don't like the taste of their own blood. They can't
No,
even
I
cut
know.
their own blood.
But I mean, like a human could willingly, like, open a vein, fill a cup with their blood, give it to him, and it would be a mutual situation.
Yeah, I guess, but I feel like they need to eat a whole person. You know what I mean? Their hunger
Okay.
isn't satisfied by a cup of blood. They need like a
Okay,
whole
so
fucking
it's
person.
flesh and blood. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So then, I guess in the long run, how do you convince people to allow? I mean, he's like, oh, why can't we just live happily, even though he's murdering people? Like,
He's a half breed though. He's half human and half ghoul.
yeah. So,
That
but
is
I mean, what
very
is his
rare.
solution? Like, how does he convince them that he should be allowed to kill them?
Well, here's the thing. He's very rare, so not like everyone. He has like a red eye and his normal human eye. He's rare. He's very extremely rare. So I don't know. He's trying to make an argument on both standpoints as a human and as a ghoul.
Yeah, I get that,
Um,
but I don't see a solution for that, right? Like humans are always going to hate being killed.
well, I haven't watched the whole thing yet. So
But we're
listen, let's.
making it up. We're not trying to write their show. We're writing our own show.
Oh, so this is how oh this is how ideas get taken and then shit gets copyrighted and then it's like, oh fuck, that guy just made something out of an idea I had. What the
I
fuck
mean,
just happened?
I guess if you're a writer, then yeah, you probably shouldn't partake in this because then you'd be jealous if something happened from this. But if you're
Oh
just
no,
some
listen.
random person on the internet, then I don't think it's a big deal, and you'd be like, oh. But yeah,
Yeah, no, man. I'm streaming with 38K viewers on Twitch right now. But this is
how
interesting.
are you streaming on Omegle with so many dicks? How do you not get in trouble?
How do it's one of those things where if I see it, I have like my fingers are
You just
always
go
ready on
boom,
that fucking skip
boom.
button, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
man.
do risk that little moment where you've streamed a dick online, right?
It's one of those things where everything is censored, right? I have a censored bar right where you're,
Oh, so
if
you
that makes
can
sense.
take that off and put that on or whatever.
Yes.
I got you. Are you using OBS? That's what I'm using.
What are you asking?
What are you streaming with? What's your sensor bar thing?
I have no idea what the fuck this censor bars thing is called, man. Listen, I have a manager. I have a manager who is actually the one that like edits my shit. I don't edit anything I do, by the way. So
Well, I just
listen,
mean I don't know. I guess I'm just wondering, like, cause like I have this whole layout here that I'm using a program for, and I was just wondering if you know. I guess the answer is you're not aware. Someone else did it.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, cool. All right. Well,
Listen, I'm gonna continue with this though, because look, if we can make it a good idea out of this, I want you to make something of it.
okay, let's do it. I mean, uh, I think we're already maybe infringing on copyright with stealing Kenki's whole thing. But you know what? Let's just keep going. He wants okay, so he wants people and ghouls to live happily. Um, hang on. So he has to go somewhere to get this done. Where does he have to go that's unfamiliar to him in order to obtain this?
Okay, so all right, so what I've seen so far, basically, it's like these humans, their intent, they just want to get rid of the whole ghoul race as a whole. So there's this one detective guy. I've name I don't fucking remember because he looks so generic looking. But anyway,
It's detective
he
guy. Detective
basically
guy.
detective guy. Yeah, this detective guy. Him and his coworker want to kill a ghoul, but basically
Why do they want to kill a ghoul?
they just want to get rid of the race as a whole. They're trying. All right, so there's this
Right.
weapon.
Okay.
It's like a not like pliers, but they're like those clinky things that like you pull out and like the I don't know how to fucking describe it. Pliers, they're pliers, right?
I guess. Yeah.
They're metal pliers, and they're trying to figure out what this tool is. So they're basically just going and killing ghouls, trying to find answers. And I guess they're
So wait,
trying.
wait. They find some tool and they're like, "What is this? I might as well go kill these people to figure out what this tool is." That was like their first thing that they thought of was to start killing people to figure out this tool.
Yeah, no, they were going in like back street alleyways finding these ghouls because there's a part of town where ghouls lurk, and they know this, and they're always listening. Ghouls are basically trying to act like human beings. They're
Mm-hmm.
trying to mimic the lives of human beings so that they don't get killed by the
They look
humans.
like humans.
Yeah, they look like
Mm-hmm.
humans, but once their eyes are drawn to thirst,
Mm-hmm.
their eyes turn a different color. And they can't eat human food either, because if they eat human food, it fucks with their digestive system. They could possibly die, so they have to throw it up. So I don't know, they basically fake their lives. So like if they were to eat something, they like swallow it, like they bite it, swallow it, and then pretend like they're chewing. You know what I mean? So it looks
Right.
realistic.
Right. Yeah, like in Under the Skin. Well, but she throws up. But okay, so yeah, they do that. I don't know if we figured out where they go. Is there a place that so he's a ghoul trying to convince the humans. So is there like a human capital place that they go to, or like headquarters where he can like talk to a leader and convince them?
Okay, well, I don't like I said, I haven't seen enough of this show. I feel like
We
if
can
I've
make it
seen
up
more.
though. We can make it up. Let's just say there is. Okay, there's Human HQ. We'll say he's got to go to Human HQ and talk to President Human. Sure, I'll leave the Y in there. Okay, he's got to talk to them to convince them. But what if maybe humans agreed to just be like, you know what? After like 80 people are kind of worthless, you can eat those people. Would
I
that
will,
suffice? Probably.
you know what we could do? We can make the ghouls eat criminals instead of just making
Oh
them eat
yeah, like
random
that's the
people.
new death penalty. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So his idea is that ghouls should be allowed to eat criminals on death row. Maybe it even evolves to a point where like ghouls are police officers and they just eat the bad people immediately right
Oh my
off the
god, that'd be a
street.
great idea.
I know, right? So I should be a writer for whatever show this is. Okay, so they eat. I spelled criminals wrong, but it's fine. They have to eat, that comes up later. Okay, so they go to Human HQ, and it's there's something in their way in order to get there, or there's something they have to adapt to in order to get to President HQ. I guess the humans want to kill them, so the humans are probably trying to stop him. So he has to like you were saying, pretend to be a human the whole time.
Yeah, and if he's found upon as not human, he will be hunted down practically for the rest of his life.
Oh, okay, perfect. I got an idea. In order to meet the president, or yeah, President Human, he sees that there's a contest, a human eating contest, that if you win, you get to meet the president. So he's like, I'm gonna do that. But of course, he can't eat regular food. He's got to pretend the whole time.
Yes.
What do you think? Okay, so yeah, finds out there's an eating contest where if you win, you meet the prez. Okay, so then he's got to do that. So he has to adapt. How does he adapt to this? How does he figure out how to eat? I guess.
I mean, human food tastes terrible to them. It tastes like absolutely garbage. It's like eating sandpaper to them. It's very bad. So I don't know. Like they just swallow the food, and then after, I feel like it's a certain period of time where if they don't throw up this food, they will just completely die. They will just drop.
Right. But like that's his conflict, right? Like he's trying to
Yeah.
get to the president and he knows he's got to eat and win this contest, but he can't eat it. So like maybe he swaps out all the food in the contest with human meat so he can eat it. And then all the humans eat
No.
it and they're like this is delicious and they like later they
Oh my
convince the
god.
humans that like oh shit, yeah, you're right. We should all be eating humans.
Oh my
What do you think
fucking
of that?
mind blown.
That's what I thought.
Literally.
All right, so there's an eating contest where if you win, in order to adapt, he swaps out all the food for human meat and wins the contest, but in turn convinces people that human meat is freaking delicioso. I didn't spell that right, but whatever. Okay, so then that's what he does. So he gets what he wanted. He goes to the president and he's like, "President, I got these ideas." And I guess he explains that they should live in harmony. And the president's like, "But you got to kill people." And he's like, "Well, check it out. You know what you're nibbling on right now? That's a freaking femur, buddy." And he's like, "What? This is a femur? This is the Oh God, you're totally right." So he gets what he wanted, and they're gonna live in harmony now. But there's a price that he has to pay for that. Like, what's the bad thing that happens because of that? He gets what he wanted, so they're gonna live in harmony. There's some sort of
Plot
bad thing.
twist. Humans want to eat ghouls.
So humans want to, they want to eat them. Maybe ghouls are delicious to humans too.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Humans feel like it's unfair that only their race is being eaten and not ghouls, right? So then they would turn to ghouls and also eat them as well. So it's like a balanced thing.
Yeah. Okay. Humans decide to eat ghouls, and ghouls decide, yeah, that was spelled right, to eat humans. So the price he paid was that ghouls are now in danger of being eaten. So I guess he really didn't switch anything. Instead of they just don't hate them, he just leveled the playing field. Like humans don't want to murder them; they just want to eat them.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where like they aren't like attacking, they're just waiting for that person's moment of death and then they go and eat them.
Oh, okay, so that's totally good. Okay, so it's all, so it's yeah. Oh wait, yeah. The idea is pitched to only eat. Did I already type that? I think I did, but whatever. Criminals and old people. Oh well. Okay. So the ghouls are now in danger of being eaten. So then he returns to his comfort zone, having changed.
Like I don't want it to be based on like, like a murder scene after murder scene after murder scene. You know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean. There needs to be some sort of resolution. So I guess he comes home and realizes maybe he just limits it to death. I don't know. How do we wrap it up? What's the very end? Like, what's the big? Essentially, he comes back home and he's revealed something about himself. He's learned something from the situation.
I feel like we gotta have villains though that like don't necessarily agree with the idea of humans being eaten or ghouls being eaten. You know what I mean? Well,
Okay.
not like he like anti-protagonists. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like maybe a leader of the ghouls who had sent him on this kind of quest who like wants something bad. Like he wants to just kill humans. He doesn't want ghouls to be eaten. He doesn't want to lose ghouls at all.
Oh my God, yes. You should make two characters from both sides. You know what I mean? One
Yeah.
standing for humans and one standing for ghouls, if that makes
Well, right.
sense.
Oh, yeah, totally. So, but then, yeah, so like at the beginning, we reveal he has this boss that's like, fuck humans, go get them to let us eat them. And then he goes on this adventure, and then he comes back to him and is like, buddy, look, we got to do it differently because we have to share the same space in this world. And,
Exactly.
they're going to eat us. I made this deal. And then the boss maybe hates that. He's like, fuck you. But maybe he learned some special maybe when he swapped out the food earlier, he grabbed some human food and I don't know. Does he kill the guy, the
Oh my
main
God,
leader?
I love how you use the term boss. We need to have like some other organizations behind this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's sure there could be more organizations. I mean, we've
There's
only
like
talked about two sides, and to add another one means to complicate it, but it's totally fine. So, but then
how
okay, so
do you
yeah,
want to make this complicated or do you want to make this like really simplistic?
well, I don't want to make it simplistic, but I mean, essentially, this part is the structure, and then you add the detail in. I mean, like, if you're watching a
Right.
story where, like, 80% of it has been about freaking Jafar and Aladdin, and then all of a sudden you're just talking about some other guy in the city, you're like, what is going on here? But hang on. He goes home and confronts boss guy who hates humans, tells him the deal, and he hates it, and then probably, what was our main character's name? Mark.
Kenki.
Kenki, yeah. Then probably Kenki kills him or puts him in prison or gives him human food